This is the story of the Treasure of Cahuenga Pass, a tale of lost gold, betrayal, murder, and a curse that, some say, still lingers over the Hollywood hills. It's a Wild West story mixed with a touch of Hollywood glamour and a healthy dose of mystery. And it all revolves around a treasure that, to this day, remains unfound. The story begins in 1864, in Mexico, during a time of political upheaval and war. Benito Juarez, the president of Mexico, was fighting to maintain control against the invading forces of Emperor Maximilian, backed by France. Desperate for funds to support his army, Juarez gathered a treasure: $200,000 in gold, diamonds, and pearls, a fortune in those days. He entrusted 4 men to transport the treasure north to San Francisco, where it could be used to purchase weapons and supplies. But the journey was fraught with danger, and the treasure, it seemed, was cursed from the start. One of the messengers died en route, the first victim of the treasure's supposed curse. The remaining 3, reaching California, found San Francisco crawling with French spies and sympathizers. Fearing the treasure would be discovered, they decided to hide it. They divided the loot into 6 parcels, wrapped them in buckskin, and buried them in separate locations in the hills outside Los Angeles. And then, as if following a script from a cursed object movie, things went horribly wrong. When the 3 men returned to retrieve the treasure, they found the hiding places empty. Accusations flew, tempers flared, and a violent confrontation ensued. 2 of the men were killed, leaving only 1 survivor, who was later jailed, and then, after being cleared of murder charges, gunned down in Tombstone, Arizona. 4 men were now dead. It turned out that a shepherd named Diego Moreno had witnessed the men burying the treasure. Moreno, seeing an opportunity to change his life, dug up the loot and headed south towards Los Angeles, planning to use the Cahuenga Pass, a rugged mountain trail. But along the way, Moreno stopped for the night. He had a dream, a nightmare, in which he was warned of dying if he took the gold into Los Angeles. When he woke up, he decided he had to hide it once again. Moreno never made it to Los Angeles with the treasure. He died suddenly of an unknown illness. But before he died, he revealed the location of the hidden treasure to a friend, Jesus Martinez. Martinez, accompanied by his stepson, set out to recover the loot. But as they reached the spot where Moreno had described, Martinez suffered a seizure and died, becoming another victim of the treasure's growing body count. The treasure remained hidden for years until, in 1885, a Basque shepherd stumbled upon one of the buckskin-wrapped parcels. He, too, decided to change his life, booking passage on a ship to Spain. But as he boarded, he slipped and fell. The heavy treasure sewn into his clothes, dragging him down to a watery grave. Over the years, the legend of the Treasure of Cahuenga Pass grew. It became a local obsession, a tale whispered in saloons and around campfires, and the body count continued to rise. In the 1930s, a man named Henry Jones, armed with a newfangled metal detector, launched a major search for the treasure, focusing on an area that is now the Hollywood Bowl. The search was a media sensation, drawing crowds of onlookers and generating headlines, but after weeks of digging, all they found was a deep hole and a growing sense of frustration. Jones, reportedly, ended up taking his own life shortly after. The treasure, despite numerous attempts to locate it, has never been found. It remains hidden somewhere in the hills of Los Angeles, a tantalizing mystery, a source of endless speculation, and, some say, a lingering curse. Is the Treasure of Cahuenga Pass truly cursed? Or is it simply a case of bad luck, greed, and the dangers of treasure hunting? It's difficult to say. The stories surrounding the treasure are filled with embellishments, contradictions, and a healthy dose of Wild West hyperbole. But the legend endures, a reminder of the enduring allure of lost treasure. The way stories can take on a life of their own, and the way that even in the heart of a modern, bustling city like Los Angeles, there can be secrets, mysteries, and whispers of curses that continue to fascinate and terrify.